don't tell my word before I speak. I already know where I stand when I breathe. Don't float ideas just to fill the room. I drop statements like a closing boom. Even let my mouth to clear my mind. Don't say things halfway or undefined. You want disclaimers, warning signs. I talk straight, that's the line. They ask if I meant it the way it sounded. Like comfort is somehow he's rounded. Yeah, it sounded firm, cause it was. I don't soften true just because you want me to adjust for how you feel. But how you feel don't change what's real. I don't say things to be reinterpreted. I say them clean so they land permanent. Out here the ones who hesitate explain. The ones who show don't need to say it again. So I speak once, let it settle in. If it should the ground, that's conviction. I said it clean, I stand on it. No backpedal, no politics. You want it soft, you want it safe. I gave you true with a steady face. I said it clean, I stand on it. No edit after the moment hits. If it bothered you, that's part of it. I meant what I said, I'm owning it. They like me better when I explain myself. When I folded sentences to protect someone else. They love the version that checked the room, that trimmed his words so nobody move. But trimming truth is a quiet lie, and I'm done paying that price. I don't need agreement to validate sound. I speak my stance and I hold my ground. You call it harsh when it's direct, but direct just means honest without neglect. I don't lace my words with apologies. I don't frame truth in apologies. If my sentence makes the ego thin, maybe it exposed something thin. I'm not here to manage reactions, I'm here to speak with full traction. I don't rehearse my backbone, I don't walk statements back home. Once it's set in place. Like boots and dirt, like iron gates. I said it clean, I stand on it. No backpedal, no politics. You want it soft, you want it safe. I gave you truth with a steady face. I said it clean, I stand on it. No edit after the moment hits. If it bothered you, that's part of it. I meant what I said, I'm owning it. I've seen people hide behind misread, use confusion as a shield to retreat. They twist tone so they don't have to face the facts. Some words don't need lace. I don't talk in riddles or half intent. I talk like every word's cement. You don't have to like the sound, but you won't say it wasn't solid ground. They want confidence watered down, strong enough to entertain, weak enough to control. They want bow without a spine, true without a backbone behind. Nah, I'm not built for that shape. I don't dilute my voice for comfort's sake. If I say it now, I'll say it later. Time don't change a firm statement. Look, I don't add cushions to conviction. I don't watermark my position. You want clarity wrapped in silk, I give it raw, full weight build. I don't rewind to save a mood. I don't negotiate being true. If my words cut, they cut clean. That's precision, not being mean. I don't speak loud just to dominate. I speak short cause I already calculated. If I said it once, it's done. I don't argue truth, I stand on one. If I lose you cause I stop softening, that's alignment, not a loss setting in. I don't miss peace that calls my spine. I don't miss silence that wastes my time. I said it clean, I stand on it. No fine print, no counter script. If it rattle, you sit with it. That's true doing his job a bit. I said it clean, I stand on it. Outlaw tone, no counterfeit. I don't speak twice to clarify, I speak once and let it ride. I don't need to be like to be solid, I don't need applause to be honest. I got a code, I got a stance, and I don't bend either for circumstance. I've been quiet before, it cost me years. Now I speak firm without fear. This ain't ego, this is alignment, this is grown man language. So say it once and mean it fully. Stop apologizing for being sturdy. If they twist it, let them try. Truth don't fold just to get by. Outlaw mindset, planted feet. No walking back, no retreat. I said it clean, and I stand on it. I don't throw words out to test the wind. If it left my mouth, I was ready to live in it. I don't say things just to fill the room. I say things knowing they'll echo soon. You want me careful, soft on the edge. I speak like I already measured the lead. If it sounds firm, that's cause it is. I don't gamble language, I handle it. They get nervous when you don't retreat, when you don't rephrase just to keep the peace. They say that's not how you should've said it, but it came out exactly how I meant it. I don't cushion truth so it lands polite. I land it clean and let it fight. If it rattled you, check the reason why. I don't walk it back just to make it fine. Out here I learned one thing quick: the ones who mean it don't edit it. So I speak once, let it stand tall, and let the silence say the rest of it all. I don't walk it back, I don't revise, no cleanup crew for my own spine. You want a space to reinterpret facts. I said it straight, I don't walk it back. I don't walk it back, I don't rewind. If it crossed the line, it was mine. I don't apologize for standing flat. I said what I said, I don't walk it back. I watch people fold under eye contact, heard strong statements and slowly retract. They said it bold till the pressure hit, then blame tone when they couldn't sit. I don't speak unless I'm built to hold it. Don't drop truth I can't shoulder. You don't earn respect by retreating ground. You earn it by staying right where you stand. They want context, footnotes, escape routes. They want room to pretend they misheard you, but clarity don't come with a safety net. They come with saying it and accepting it. If my words disrupt your comfort zone, that zone wasn't built to stand on its own. I don't chase harmony built on denial. I chase alignment that lasts a while. I don't dress truth up for the crowd. I don't lower my voice to soften sound. Once I said it's locked in place like boots and dirt, like iron gates. I don't walk it back, I don't revise, no cleanup crew for my own spine. You want a space to reinterpret facts. I said it straight, I don't walk it back. I don't walk it back, I don't rewind. If it crossed the line, it was mine. I don't apologize for standing flat. I said what I said, I don't walk it back. I used to replay words in my head, wondering how they landed, what they said. But replaying truth turns into doubt, and doubt's how you talk yourself out. Now I speak like the door's already shut, like I checked myself before I spoke up. If it cost me access, I pay that fee. I don't rent my voice out cheaply. They want boldness, they can still adjust. Truth that bends if they push hard enough. They want confidence with a leash attached. I don't come wide like that mismatch. If I say it today, it'll hold tomorrow. Time don't water down what I swallow. I don't chase comfort, I chase fact, and facts don't need to be walked back. Look, I don't issue retractions on conviction. Don't apologize for a clear position. You want honesty with an undo key. I want words that stand independently, on smooth edges so they feel safe. I let truth hit it, it's natural weight. If it hit hard, that's how it's built. I don't dilute steel to soften guilt. I don't speak twice to make it nicer. I speak once cause I already priced it. Say it clean, stand on that, or keep it quiet, don't walk it back. If I lose you cause I stayed exact, that's not regret, that's impact. I don't miss peace that cost my ground. I don't miss silence that weighs me down. I don't walk it back, stay right here, no second guessing, no repair. If it shook you, let it sit. That's who doing what it did. I don't walk it back, outlaw stain, no edits made for circumstance. I don't speak lies, I speak exact. I said what I said, I don't walk it back. I don't need to be liked, be solid. I don't need applause, to be honest. I got a code, I got a line, and I don't race either. With time, I've been quiet before, it cost me years. Now I speak firm without fear. This ain't ego, this is respect. This is standing where I'm in. So before you speak, make peace with it. With the weight, the echo, the consequence. Say it once like you'll live inside, not like you'll hide when it collides. I lost the minds that been seen. No walking bed, don't retreat. I don't walk it back just to go to keep. hesitate when I speak my mind. I already crossed the doubt line. I don't say things just to fill it out. I say them cause I already figured it out. You hear certainty and call it bold. I call it knowing what I hold. I don't flirt with ideas halfway. If I say it, I'm built to stay. Hey, they get nervous when you don't explain twice, when you don't soften edges or repackage. They ask, are you sure? Like that's a flaw. Like conviction needs to be clawed back. Yeah, I'm sure, that's why I spoke. I don't gamble words I invoke. If my stance feels heavy and firm, that's the way to something earned. How did confidence get misread by folks still stuck in their head? So I speak clean, I speak exact, and let silence respond to that. I don't apologize for being certain. No half-truths hiding behind curtains. You wanted room for me to doubt. I shut that door when I spoke it out. I don't apologize for being certain. No, it is when the truth's been spoken. If it rattled you, that's the proof. Confidence tends to do that. I watch people second guess their spine, walk back statements in real time. They said it's strong till eyes got sharp, then blame the tone when it got dark. I don't speak unless I'm ready to stain. Every word like a line insane. You don't gain respect by retreating fast. You gain it by letting statements last. Hey. They say leave room for interpretation. I say that's how truth gets diluted. If I meant it, it don't need revision. It needs ownership, not confusion. I don't fear being misunderstood. I fear saying things I never could. So I speak like my name's on the line, because it is every time. I don't pass sentences for comfort. I don't soften truth to barter. Once it's set in stone, like boots in dirt, like a firm tone. Apologize for being certain. No half-truths hiding behind curtains. You wanted room for me to doubt. I shut that door when I spoke it out. I don't apologize for being certain. No, it is when the truth's been spoken. If it rattled you, that's the proof. Confidence tends to do that. Hey, I used to wonder how it would land, if I should adjust to understand. But adjusting truth to fit the room, turn certainty into costume. Now I speak like the floor won't move, like I already chose what I lose. If it costs me comfort or crowd approval, I'll pay that price, it's doable. They want confidence with disclaimers. Strength was built in behavior tamers. They want backbone, they can negotiate. I don't come wired to recalibrate. If I say it now, I say it again. Time don't bend a steady man. I don't chase peace, that's temporary. I chase alignment, that's permanent. Look, I don't apologize for clarity. I don't regret self-authority. You want conviction with a safety net. I want words I don't regret. I don't revise the managed reactions. I don't dilute firm declarations. If it hit hard, that's how it's built. Certainty carries weight, no guilt. I don't speak loud to dominate. I speak sure cause I calculate. Being certain ain't arrogance, it's knowing where you stand and staying in it. If I lose you cause I didn't doubt, that's not regret, that's sorting out. I don't miss peace, that costs my spine. I don't miss silence, that wastes my time. I don't apologize for being certain. Outlaw stance, no distortion. If it shook you, let it sit. Ay, that's truth doing what it did. Ay, I don't apologize for being certain. No edits, no conversion. I speak once, I stand firm, and let the silence come first. I don't need applause to be grounded. I don't need praise to sound it. I got a code, I got a line, and I don't bend either with time. I've been unsure before, it cost me years. Now I speak firm without fear. This ain't ego, this is resolve. This is standing where I chose to fall. So speak like you already decided, like you won't deny it or hide it. Say it clean, say it exact, not like you'll retract. Outlaw mindset, planted feet. No apology when I speak. I don't apologize for being certain. That's the ground I keep. keep talking like it scares somebody, like volume equals authority. I've learned noises usually cover for nerves shaking under bravado. I don't bark, I don't posture, I don't flex, I don't rehearse what happened next. I just watch how you pace and sweat and let your mouth write the check. You want reaction, you want control, I want stillness so I can know who's bluffing, who wired thin, who never been where it gets real. You confuse warning with power plays, I confuse talking with mistakes. I don't announce what I might do, I just stay ready and let you. Out of the loud ones rush the end, the quiet ones decide when. I don't speed this moment up, I let patience tighten up. I don't threaten, I wait. I don't yell, I calculate. You talk big, you show your hand. I stay still and understand. I don't threaten, I wait. No noise, no display. Calm pressure in my stand, and the outcome don't change. I've seen tough guys fade fast when the crowd thins and the moment lasts. They build courage off reaction, off mirrors and distraction. I don't need eyes or approval, I don't perform for the room. I'm most dangerous when it's quiet, when there's nothing left to prove. You talk like you're trying to convince yourself, like silence scares you more than hell. I've lived long enough to know the real ones move low and slow. I don't rush time and I don't chase pride, I let mistakes choose a side. You keep filling space with sound, I keep narrowing options down. I don't escalate with words, I let tension do the work. When the noise finally dies, that's when you see who's built to last. I don't threaten, I wait. I don't yell, I calculate. You talk big, you show your hand. I stay still and understand. I don't threaten, I wait. No noise, no display. Calm pressure in my stand, and the outcome don't change. You think power's in a warning shot, I think power's in a pause. I don't rush moments for adrenaline, I let them rapping in the flaws. You keep explaining what you do, I keep nodding what you want. You announce intent out loud, I don't announce, I don't. I watch men talk themselves tired, watch silence break their spine. I don't need to sound dangerous, I just need time. Stillness ain't hesitation, it's preparation without show. I don't threaten, I wait, and that's something you should know. If you ever sat calm or someone else unravels, you know patience isn't passive, it's lethal. I don't threaten, I wait. You keep shouting, I stay straight. Every word you throw away makes my angle clearer. I don't threaten, I wait. No flex, no debate, I let silence press the room till it breaks. I let silence press the room till it breaks. You keep filling space with confidence, like silence might expose a dent. I don't rush you, I don't interfere, I just let you get comfortable here. You explain, you exaggerate, you sell strength like it's up for debate. I nod slow, I don't correct, every word you add helps me connect. Talk yourself into corners, then call it pressure from outside. I've seen the script too many times, like my mistake, time for allies. I don't interrupt bad decisions, I let them grow with precision. You think I'm passive, think I'm slow, I'm just letting the picture show. Out here patience is a weapon, and talk is usually elite. The more you try to sound unbreakable, the clearer your weakness speaks. I let you talk yourself into it. Every word tightens the rope. I don't rush, I don't pursue it. I just watch your confidence slow. I let you talk yourself into it. No threats, no show, no heat. You keep talking till the truth shows up, and it ain't hard to see. You lay loud to convince the room. I stay quiet and adjust to zoom. You perform like you need applause. I stay still and learn your flaws. You think dominance needs display. I think dominance waits its way. I don't flex, I don't demand. I just let you overshare the blame. You explain what you do if I notice what you won't risk. You talk big by lines you cross. I notice how often you pause. I don't need a bait to poke your mouth. There's more than I ever could. The loudest men build their own traps and swear nobody understood. They think silence means disengage. I think silence means full engage. I don't rush the ending scene. I let it arrive clean. I let you talk yourself into it. Every word tightens the rope. I don't rush, I don't pursue it. I just watch your confidence slow. I let you talk yourself into it. No threats, no show, no heat. Keep talking till the truth shows up, and it ain't hard to see. Yeah. Think pressure comes from competition. I think it comes from observation. I don't need to dominate the room. I let ego self-consume. You keep explaining what you be. I keep clocking reality. You talk like noise protects your frame. I stay quiet and let it cave. I don't rush outcomes, I don't force fate. I let people accelerate. Most men don't need an enemy. They just need time and an audience. If you've ever watched someone talk themselves past a point of no return, you know silence doesn't need to act. It just waits. I let you talk yourself into it. And I don't lift a hand. You keep proving what you are. I just understand. I let you talk yourself into it. No warning signs to read. I stay calm, you stay loud, and silence keeps a lead. You keep reaching for the final say, like winning means no stays. I learned early that the last word usually comes from someone unsure. You chase closer through conversation, I close doors through observation. I don't argue, I don't engage, I let silence turn the page. You stack sentences like armor plates, trying to talk yourself into weight. I don't correct you, don't compete, I just listen and let you lead. Every word you rush to defend, tell me where the pressure bends. I don't need to be right out loud, I need to be right when it counts. Out here, control don't interrupt, it waits long enough. The loudest innings I've ever seen started with someone who couldn't leave it be. I don't need a last word, I let reason speak first. You keep talking to feel secure, I stay quiet and let it hurt. I don't need the last word, no closure, no rehearsed verse. I don't explain what I already know, I let it show. I watch men argue till they're empty, Try to sound strong, sound ready. They confuse persistence with power, confuse attention with authority. I don't chase agreement or applause. I don't fight battles that don't involve. You want victory, you can hear. I want outcomes that stay clear. You think walking away means defeat. I think it means control is complete. I don't need to echo my stance. I stand firm and let time advance. I don't prove myself through debate. I prove myself by what I don't take. If silence frustrates you this much, that's not my problem, that's the touch. They think calm means you gave it up. I think calm means you had enough. When you don't need the last reply, you already decided inside. I don't need a last word, I let reason speak first. You keep talking to feel secure, I stay quiet and let it hurt. I don't need the last word, no closure, no rehearsed verse. I don't explain what I already know, I let it show. Power sounds like winning debates. I think power looks like walking away. I don't argue with fragile pride, I let reality handle that side. You wanna be heard, you want control. I want alignment with my soul. I don't chase being understood, I chase being exactly where I should. I've seen loud victories fade by dawn, I've seen quiet ones last long. I don't need to echo my truth, I live it and that's the proof. If you've ever left a conversation without saying what you could and slept better because of it, you know, I don't need the last word, you can keep it if it helps. I don't need to convince the room, I already convinced myself. I don't need a last word, no echo, no return. I stay calm, I move on, and the lesson still burns. The lesson still burns. Didn't start hostile, didn't start loud. Just casual words said a little too proud. Smiles were cheap, jokes landed wrong. You kept leaning in when you should have been gone. I stayed calm, stayed planted, stayed still, letting you decide how far you push your will. But some lines don't flex, they fade with time, and you step right over mine. Mistook patience for permission, thought restraint meant indecision, thought silence meant I didn't care, didn't see the weight in the air. I don't bark, I don't warn, I don't chase, I just register the shift in pace. There's a moment when respect leaves the room, the consequences start coming soon. You can feel it when the laughter dies, when the tone goes flat, when the room goes quiet. That's not anger filling the space. This is what happens when you cross the wrong line. No rewind, no second time. You said it loud, you stood your ground. Now the way finally comes around. This is what happens when you cross the wrong line. No speeches left, no warning sign. Some limits don't bend, don't break, don't heal, they just get real. Watch men talk themselves in the corners, thinking volume makes them stronger. They confuse bold with reckless pride, confuse confidence with crossing sides. I don't escalate, I don't react fast, I let moments show how long they last. You kept pushing like nothing would change, now you're standing in the cut the wind's range. You try to laugh it back to neutral ground, try to soften what you said out loud, but tone don't erase intention, and context don't fix tension. I don't explain what's already clear, I don't negotiate once it's here. Some lines don't come with debate, they activate. There's a calm that don't feel kind, that doesn't argue or explain. That's not hating my eye, that's finality settling in. This is what happens when you cross the wrong line. No rewind, no second time. You said it loud, you stood your ground. Now the weight finally comes around. tone. I don't need noise to make it known. You crossed the boundary thinking it was thin. I knew exactly where it had been. You thought time would soften the edge. I knew time would collect the dead. I don't forget intent once it's shown. I adjust how close you're allowed to go. This ain't rage, this ain't pride, this is structure. Holding the line, you want a reaction, want a heat. I give you clarity instead. I don't chase the conflict, I don't chase fear, but I don't retreat when it's right here. I've learned some lessons the hard way. Learned some lines, don't move or sway. You felt the change, you felt the drop. That was the moment, it all stopped. No countdown, no dramatic scene. Just a boundary enforced clean. You'll replay it when it's too late. Trying to find a softer way, but some moments don't rewind. They stay exactly where they land. This is what happens when you cross the wrong line. No rewind, no second time. You said it loud, you stood your ground. Now the weight finally comes around. This is what happens when you cross the wrong line. No speeches left, no warning sign. Some limits don't bend, don't break, don't heal. They just get real. This is what happens when you cross the wrong line. Calm turns heavy, eyes don't lie. No shouting match, no final plea, just consequences walking in. This is what happens when you cross the wrong line. You feel it settle in your spine. Some boundaries don't announce a thing, they just end things. Didn't come loud, didn't come fast. Just one step, too many past the past. You thought comfort meant ownership, thought familiarity gave you grip. I stayed calm, stayed grounded, stayed straight. Let you choose your own damn fate. But some spaces aren't meant to be shared, and you walked in like you belonged there. You spoke like access was permanent, like respect was automatic rent. You leaned too close, you stayed too long. Started thinking nothing could go wrong. I don't react when lines get thin, I just notice when you step in. There's a difference between being near and being welcome, you missed it here. There's a shift when the air goes cold, when calm turns heavy, tight and closed. That's not anger taking shape, that's a boundary sealing the gate. You stepped where you weren't invited, and now it's locked behind you. No yelling, no dramatic scene, just a limit finally showing through. You stepped where you weren't invited, and the tone don't soften now. Some lines don't push you back, they shut you out. I've seen people get too familiar, confuse closeness with leverage. They think history buys immunity, think time erases relevance. But I don't bend lines from memories, I don't keep doors open for sympathy. You crossed something that wasn't yours, now you're outside what was before. You thought silence meant you were safe, thought calm meant nothing would change. But silence don't mean approval given, sometimes it's patience wearing thin. I don't announce when access ends, I don't explain it again and again. You feel it when things nothing left to unpack. That's not confusion in the room, that's the door closing. You stepped where you weren't invited, and now it's locked behind you. No yelling, no dramatic scene, just a limit finally showing through. You stepped where you weren't invited, and the tone don't soften now. Some lines don't push you back, they shut you out. Yeah. I don't guard lines with warning signs, I guard them with consistency. You thought comfort entitlement, I thought comfort needed humility. I don't chase the explanations of closure, I let distance teach composure. You crossed ground that wasn't yours to test, now you live with what's left. This ain't cold, this ain't cruel, this is structure, staying true. I don't move lines to keep peace alive, I keep lines so I survive. Some spaces earn daily, not on forever, and once that changes, it doesn't reset. You step where you weren't invited, no noise, no defense, just a calm that doesn't reach for you the way it did back then. You stepped where you weren't invited, and I didn't explain it out loud. Some boundaries don't argue, they close you out.
Talk like trouble's entertainment, like lines exist for decoration. I seen what happens when folks get brave, with words they can't take back later. I don't do loud, I don't do show, I don't do let's see how far this goes. I stay calm cause I already know how ugly it gets when a mask comes off. Think quiet means I'm unsure, like calm is something you can ignore. Truth is calm is what's left when you live through storms and kept your breath. I don't brag about the nights I learned, I just keep the lesson where it burns. Some people only understand heat, I prefer keeping it clean. There's a difference between confidence and noise, between wanting an empty voice. I don't raise a scene, I raise awareness, that's the point. You don't want this problem, trust me. Stay cool cause I've seen it before. No flex, no talk, no circus, just a line you shouldn't step over. You don't want this problem, trust me. Some doors close when you push too hard. I don't need to explain a thing, my calm tells you who you are. I watch loud men get smart real quick when the room starts playing along with it. They love attention, love to perform, till consequences show up in uniform. I don't chase conflict, don't chase pride, I don't need a crowd on my side. I keep my tone low, my stance set, and let people reveal their intent. You think pushing is power, I think power is knowing when to stop. You keep tapping the glass like it won't crack, I've seen it shatter from less than that. I don't argue to win a debate, I don't do drama to feel okay. I just carry a coat on my chest and I protect it without a speech. I don't do warnings dressed as threats, I do boundaries and consequences. If you can't read the air right now, you're gonna learn. You don't want this problem, trust me. I stay cool cause I've seen it before. No flex, no talk, no circus, just a when you push too hard. I don't need to explain a thing, my calm tells you who you are. I keep my circle tight for a reason. I don't hand trust out like it's free. I've seen family switch for a moment, seen friends turn strange in a heartbeat. So I move careful, move steady, move slow. I don't let ego run the show. You could call it cold, call it distant. I call it staying consistent. You keep talking like it's so smoke, like nothing real is underneath. But the real ones don't advertise. They don't need noise to feel complete. I don't need to win the room, I just need to keep my peace. And if you keep trying to poke holes in it, that says more about you than me. You can feel it when my tone gets flat, when I stop feeding back and forth. That's not me losing control, that's me taking it. You don't want this problem, trust me. Stay cool, cause I've seen it before. No flex, no talk, no circus. Just a line you shouldn't step over. You don't want this problem, trust me. Some doors close when you push too hard. I don't need to explain a thing, my calm tells you who you are. Yeah. I don't need the last word, I need the last lesson. I don't need a spotlight, I need direction. You chase reactions like that's respect. I watch patterns and disconnect. I don't raise my voice to feel taller. I lower my voice and the room gets smaller. Not cause I'm trying to scare anybody, but cause stillness makes true look sloppy. You wanna test limits for fun, I don't treat limits like a game to be won. I build my calm from hard seasons, so I don't waste it on cheap reasons. Some problems look exciting till they follow you home. Some lines look harmless till you realize you're alone. You don't want this problem, trust me. No loud threats, no big display. Just a calm that doesn't move anymore. Ain't a choice you shouldn't make. You don't want this problem, trust me. I don't chase you, I don't shout. I just stop giving you access and let you figure it out.
You hear the silence and assume it's doubt, like I'm searching for words to get out. Truth is, I already learned that lesson. I just don't repeat mistakes for attention. I've been on roads where the talk got cheap. Well, one bad call didn't let you sleep. So I move slower, breathe a little less. Not cause I'm scared, cause I'm experienced. It's all reckless like time's unlimited, like consequences are negotiable. I've seen nights turn irreversible, from pride dressed up as confidence. I don't rush moments, I don't react. I don't chase no's to feel intact. I let you show me exactly who you are, while I stand where the lines are marked. There's a difference between being calm and being unprepared. The calm I carry comes from knowing what happens when you go there. I'm quiet because I know better. I've seen how fast it can fall apart. No threats, no flex, no pressure, just a line drawn hard. I'm quiet because I know better, not cause I don't have a voice. I choose restraint over chaos every single time I get the choice. I've watched loud men burn their bridges, call it strength while they lose their footing. They think volume builds respect, I think respect is what's left. I don't need to dominate the room, I dominate by not moving. talking like that proves something. I stay still cause I already proved it. You lean closer, test the space, trying to read my face. I don't flinch, I don't blink, I don't need to say what I think. The calm you feel is an empty air. It's a warning, you should be aware. I don't advertise what I sing, but I remember every scene. You mistake silence for a green light, for permission to keep going. But silence is sometimes the last sign before things start closing. Quiet because I know better. I've seen how fast it can fall apart. No threats, no flex, no pressure, just a line drawn hard. I'm quiet because I know better, not cause I don't have a voice. I choose restraint over chaos every single time I get the choice. Yeah, I don't need to explain my past to justify where I stand. I don't need to raise my tone for you to understand. You chase reactions, chase applause. I chase control and pause. I've seen what happens when ego leaves, so I keep it on a short leash. I don't flex scars, I don't replay pain. I just move like I remember names. You think calm means nothing's there. I think calm means everything's there. Some people get loud to feel alive. Some people stay quiet to survive. And the ones who've seen enough don't rush to prove what they can do. I'm quiet because I know better. No noise, no display, just a stillness that don't move anymore. Once you cross that space, I'm quiet because I know better. And I don't explain it twice. Some lessons don't come inside, they come with a price.
You step closer like the space is free. Like quiet man, you can lean on me. You read my calm like a lack of spine, like I wasn't watching every line. I stayed still, stayed grounded, stayed clear, letting you decide why you're still here. But calm don't mean open door, it means I've seen this before. You talk easy like nothing's loaded, like consequences are always postponed. I've been around long enough to know how fast nothing can start a show. I don't raise hell, I don't react, I just know where you cross the map. And once in 10, stop pretending, that's when invitations end. There's a stillness that doesn't welcome, that doesn't soften or bend. That's not peace in the air right now, that's restraint. This calm isn't an invitation, it's a line you shouldn't test. No flex, no threats, no explanation, just awareness in my chest. This calm isn't an invitation, don't confuse it with grace. Some patience, it's just discipline, holding things in place. I see loud men get comfortable, mistake silence for approval. They lean harder when nothing happens, thinking pressure is invisible. I don't interrupt at judgment, I let it speak for itself. You keep stepping like it's allowed, I'm deciding someone else. You
Smile like it's all the same, like tone never rearranged, but tone shifts way without a sound. And you felt it, you just stayed around. I don't lecture, I don't explain, I don't beg people to use their brain. I expect grown men to read the air before they end up there. There's a calm that doesn't mean safe, it means measured and contained. And when it finally moves at all, it won't explain. This calm isn't an invitation, it's a line you shouldn't test. No flex, no threats, no explanation, just awareness in my chest. This calm isn't an invitation, don't confuse it with grace. Some patience, it's just discipline, holding things in place. Yeah. I don't raise alarms, I raise standards. I don't shout, I don't panic. You want everything spelled out loud, I let silence do the damage. I don't bluff and I don't warn twice, I don't chase, be understood. You step forward thinking nothing would change, I let it change because it should. This ain't ego, this ain't pride, this is knowing what I survive. I keep my calm cause I earned it hard, not cause I forgot who I am. Some calm is open, some calm is locked, and if you can't tell the difference, you should stop. This calm isn't an invitation, no noise, no display, just a stillness that doesn't reach for you the same way. This calm isn't an invitation, and I won't say it again. Some problems start exactly where silence ends.
I didn't raise my voice, didn't make a scene, didn't spell it out loud or intervene. I let the air change, let the room go still, gave you every chance to read the feel. You kept talking like nothing shifted, like awareness was something missing. But silence is an empty space, it's a warning written on my face. You laughed it off, stayed confident, like calming, nothing was different. You mistook restraint for tolerance, mistook discipline for innocence. I don't explain things twice in life, I don't repeat what's already right. When the tone drops and the eyes don't blink, that's when you should stop and think. There's a language that don't use sound, that settles heavy all around. If you felt it and kept going still, that's on you. I warned you without saying a word, that quiet should have been heard. No threats, no flex, no race tone, just a line you step beyond. I warned you without saying a word, some signals don't need speech. The calm you feel wasn't comforted with me showing reach. I've seen men need everything spelled out, need drama just to figure it out. They don't trust what they feel inside, so they keep pushing till it collides. I don't babysit grown at 10, I let choices represent. You thought if I didn't say stop, that meant you couldn't get dropped. I stayed measured, stayed composed, letting the situation expose. You leaned in like it was still fine, like I didn't redraw the line. But the real ones don't announce, they adjust and let it bounce. You won't hear me say what changed, you'll feel it in the space I made. There's a calm that isn't passive, it's active and contained. And once it finally moves at all, it won't explain. I warned you without saying a word, that quiet should have been heard. No threats, no flex, no race tone, just a line you step beyond. I warned you without saying a word, some signals don't need speech. The calm you felt when comforted with me showing reach, yeah. I don't shout warnings, I show boundaries. I don't bluff, I move silently. You wanna sound lines wrapped in noise. I gave you space to make a choice. I don't argue once it's clear. I don't chase when lines disappear. You cross them and thinking it was light. Now you're learning how I write. This ain't ego, this ain't pride. This is memory on my side. I warned you the way real ones do, by letting you feel the truth. Some warnings sound like sirens, some warnings sound like nothing at all. And the ones you ignore in silence hit the hardest when they fall. I warned you without saying a word. No noise, no display, just a calm that didn't reach for you the same way. I warned you without saying a word, and I won't say it again. Some problems start exactly where silence ends. You felt it shift, you saw the sign, but you kept walking past the line. Eyes went cold, the room went flat, but you leaned in right after that. I stayed calm, didn't change my face, letting you choose your pace. But some warnings aren't spoken out loud, they live in the silence around. You thought momentum would save the play, thought confidence could clear the way. You talk like limits were flexible, like consequence were optional. I don't enter a bad intent, I let it show where it's meant. Every second you kept pushing through was me learning something new. There's a point where patience stops being kind and starts drawing a line. If you felt it and kept going still, that's a choice. You kept going at the warning, like it didn't apply to you. No yelling, no threats, no drama, just pressure coming through. You kept going at a warning, past the space where grace still lives. Some lessons don't raise their voice, they hit. I've watched loud men miss the moment, miss the pause that should've slowed. They think silence means they win, till the distance starts beginning. I don't rush endings, don't chase heat, I let patterns speak to me. You thought I'd stop you midway, I let you finish your way. You smiled like it was still light, like the air didn't tighten tight, but tone changes temperature fast, and you stepped into the past. I don't want twice, I don't repeat, I don't chase when lines retreat. You cross something that doesn't heal, now you're learning how it feels. There's a calm that doesn't negotiate, that doesn't bend or hesitate. When it settles in like that, that's it. You kept going at the warning, like it didn't apply to you. No yelling, no threats, no drama, just pressure coming through. You kept going at the warning, past the space where grace still lives. Some lessons don't raise their voice, they hit. Yeah. I don't stop people from showing intent, I let it go where it went. You wanted noise, wanted proof, I gave you silence and truth. I don't need conflict to feel in control, I let control take its role. You thought calm and nothing was there, I thought calm and I was aware. You crossed the line thinking it was there, now you're standing where innocence began. This ain't rage, this ain't heat, this is consequence on its feet. Some mornings don't sound like alarms, they sound like space. And if you don't respect that moment, you'll respect what takes its place. You kept going at the warning, no noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't move anymore once you chose that way. You kept going at the warning, and I didn't say a word. Some limits don't announce themselves, they're enforced.
Talking like this is life, like there's no weight on the other side. You move careless, lean too far, like you never seen things get dark. I stay quiet, I don't engage, letting you write your own last page. But don't confuse my lack of noise with a lack of choice. You think confidence is pushing through, like pressure won't come back to you. I watch moments turn permanent from one more step, one bad sentence. I don't flinch when the tone gets sharp, I don't rush when the air gets hard. I just measure what you're showing me and store it properly. There's a stillness before things shift, before patience finally lives. That's not fear you're standing in, that's the edge. You're not ready for what comes next. You keep acting like this is safe. No threats, no scenes, no loud effects, just consequences taking shape. You're not ready for what comes next. You keep leaning like I've been. Some pressure doesn't break things loud. It ends. I seen loud men beg for rewind. Once they realized they crossed that line, they thought push and prove they were strong, till they found out how wrong. I don't chase conflict, don't chase pride, I don't step back from my side. You keep betting I'll disengage, I'm still right here, just disengaged. You smile like the room still warm, like the air didn't change its form. But silence shifts temperature fast when patience finally hits the past. I don't explain once it's that clear, I don't soften what I hear. You cross something that doesn't reset, now you're waiting on what's next. There's a calm that doesn't want again, that doesn't ask you to pretend. Once it settles in like this, that's it. You're not ready for what comes next. You keep acting like this is safe. No threats, no scenes, no loud effects, just consequences taking shape. You're not ready for what comes next. You keep leaning like I've been. Some pressure doesn't break things loud. It ain't. Yeah, I don't scare people with noise, I let reality destroy the choice. You want proof, wrapped in heat, I give you calm, you can't defeat. I don't rush endings, I don't bluff, I let time show when it's enough. You thought pushing had no cause, I let you find out what it costs. This ain't anger, this ain't pride, this is control, solidify. You wanted drama, wanted signs, I gave you silence, final line. Some endings don't explode, they lock.
time you feel it fully, you cannot. You're not ready for what comes next. No noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't move anymore. Once you choose that way, you're not ready for what comes next. And I won't say it twice. Some limits don't raise their voice. They change your life.
You had an exit, you had a pause, you had a low to read the cause. I didn't block you, didn't press, didn't trap you in a mess. I stayed calm, stayed neutral, stayed still, gave you room to choose your will, but you stayed planted in your pride. Like walking away, man, losing the fight. You talk like backing off was weak, like streaming, pushing till you peak. I seen enough to know the truth, real controllers know when to move. I don't chase wins that cost too much, I don't prove myself with reckless stuff. You had a clean road out that night, but you stayed to test the line. There's a moment when silence offers grace, one last chance to save your faith. If you ignore and press ahead, yeah, that's a choice. You could've walked away clean, could've kept your name intact. You kept pushing past the signal, now you can't take it back. You could've walked away clean, left it right where it was. Some regrets don't come from action, they come from staying too long. I watch men on simple moments, turning nothing into opponents. They think pressure proves result, or pressure eats what they involve. I don't need to dominate the frame, I don't play ego games. I let people show how far they'll go and remember what they chose. You laugh like the air stay light, like the room didn't change that night. But tone writes history real fast, and silence keeps a photograph. I don't rewrite things after fact, I don't soften what you back. You cross something clear and plain, now the distance stays the same. There's a calm that is a neutral ground, it's the last exit out of town. Miss it once, keep pushing through, and you're done. You could've walked away clean, could've kept your name intact. You kept pushing past the signal, now you can't take it back. You could've walked away clean, left it right where it was. Some regrets don't come from action, they come from staying too long. Yeah, I don't trap people in decisions, I get space and let them listen. You want to prove something loud, I want a peace and solid ground. I don't chase moments, don't chase wins, I watch patterns, not opinions. You stay when the door was open wide, now you live with the other side. This ain't cold, this ain't cruel, this is letting choices rule. You thought backing out meant loss, I knew staying raised the cost. Some exits only stay open once and they're gone, and the ones who ignore them always wish they were wrong. You could've walked away clean, no noise, no display, just a calm that doesn't reach anymore. Once you chose to stay, you could've walked away clean, and I won't say it twice. Some lessons don't come with warnings, they come with a price.
You carry that tone like nothing's ever broke you, like every close call politely passed you. You speak sharp like a light never swung back, like you never paid for where you still there. I stay calm, stay back, stay still, letting you reveal what you will. But confidence that's never been checked always leaks something I don't respect. You laugh like it's a rumor, like lost of some for other humans. I've seen that sign before in men who never met a real dead end. They talk cause the road stays smooth, never had to bleed for the moves they choose. You wear certainty like armor, but it's thin when pressure sharpens. There's a pause when the room clocks tone, when silence starts taking notes. It's not fear creeping in, that's reality leaning close. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone comes from never losing, from luck staying on your side. But the first real loss is different, and it don't ask you if you're ready. I don't rush to humble nobody, I don't play calm as bodyguard. I've been bent by longer nights, hard lessons and colder yards. So I don't flex when voices rise, I don't blink when ego tries. I let people talk like they're invincible, then I watch time get biblical. You think pushing proves you solid, I think pushing proves you honest. You confuse train records with strength, I confuse strength with what you survive. I don't need to take your pride, life does that when the bill arrives. You sound untouchable right now, that's usually how it starts. There's a shift when jokes stop landing, when laughter leaves the space, that's the sound of confidence meeting the gate. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone comes from never losing, from luck staying on your side. But the first real loss is different, and it don't ask you if you're ready. Yeah, you ain't brave, you just ain't paid yet. Ain't had to clean up a bad debt. You move like tomorrow's owed to you, I move like I've seen overdue. I don't break scars, don't list pain, I just talk different cause I remember names. You think calm means I don't react, I think calm means I know the trap. Love builds confidence fast, experience builds it to last. You lie cause nothing is crack, I'm quiet cause I live past that. Cause I live past that. I've watched bravado drain from a room when the tone changed with sentence, when eyes got sharp and the jokes fell flat and confidence met consequences. I don't need to say I told you so, I don't need to collect a thing. Time handles billing perfectly, I just understand the scheme. So keep that tone if it keeps you warm, keep that edge if it helps you perform. Just know the road don't stay smooth forever, and storms don't check who's clever. I'm calm cause I know the math, I'm calm cause I paid my pass. And you sound like someone life's been sparing, not someone is tested. Some lessons don't come loud, they come exact, and when they arrive, they don't leave. That tone comes from never losing, never having to count the cost. You talk fearless, walk untouched, like nothing ever knocked you off. That tone comes from never losing, but luck don't last on time. Everybody meets the moment that teaches him why. That tone comes from never losing, but that streak don't stay clean. The bill shows up when pride's alone, and excuses don't mean a thing. That tone comes from never losing, so you keep acting the same. I was never one of y'all, never try to be, never learn to smile, just to keep things sweet. Born with a glare and a gut full of no. Even as a kid I could feel the cold. They wanted polite, wanted easy, wanted tame. I showed up, wired different, still the same. I didn't get built in a classroom of peace. I got built where the silence got teeth. I didn't fit in at the bonfire circle, didn't laugh at the jokes, didn't play that hurdle. I watched how they moved, watched what they meant, how they loved with conditions, how they lied with intent. So I kept my distance, stay sharp, stay set. Learned early trust turns into debt. I don't fold for a crowd, I don't bend for approval. I'm the type they call problem when I don't move. Yeah, I've been this way, not changed, not made. If you don't like it, cool, that's the point anyway. Built different from day one, ain't no switching me, ain't no switching me. No clean rewrite, no fresh start. This is how I breathe, this is how I breathe. Built different from day one, scars on my spine. I didn't become this overnight, I become this overnight. I was forged in the quiet, I was forged in the quiet, I was forged in the quiet. I grew up learning normal is a costume, a tight little suit that shows your truth. Everybody trying to look like somebody, I stayed me even when it cost me. I don't do handshakes that come with strings, I don't do loyalty as a trend. If I love you, it's steady, it's deep, it's real. If I cut you off, it's sealed. I got that dark country soul in my chest, that back road blood and a restless breath. Headlights on, no destination, just a heavy mind and a hard vibration. I don't need a crowd to feel alive, I feel alive when the night goes quiet. I've been the outsider so long, it's a home. Now I'm comfortable being alone, and I don't need to heal into somebody else. I healed into me, big difference. Built different from day one, ain't no switching me, ain't no switching me. No clean rewrite, no fresh start. This is how I breathe, this is how I breathe. Built different from day one, scars on my spine. I didn't become this overnight, I didn't become this overnight. I was forged in the quiet, I was forged in the quiet, I was forged in the quiet. Yeah, I don't do fake peace, I do real distance. I don't do small talk, I do persistence. I don't chase circles, I don't chase trends. I chase truth till the daylight ends. I've been the bad vibe to the fake smiles, been the too blunt since a small child. But what you call too much is my backbone, what you call too cold is my past crime. I learn quick, people love what you provide, then hate you when you won't comply. So I stay sharp, stay real, stay rude if I must, cause respect without truth ain't trust. Yeah, I don't need validation from folks who switch, from people who fold when the pressure hits. I've been through it, I've been that ghost, I've been the name they bring up the most. Not cause I chase fame, I chase clarity. I'd rather be fit than be somebody's charity. I'm not misunderstood, I'm just uninterested in fitting in where the soul gets tested. I got grit in my throat and smoke in my lungs. I talk slow but the message hits like a gunshot drum. I'm not here to be liked, I'm here to be real, and real ain't always comfortable to feel. So if you're looking for soft, go elsewhere. I was built in storms, I was raised in glare. I ain't new to being a villain in a weak store. I'm used to it, call it outlaw glory. I don't reinvent, I don't repent, I refine. They want me just sharper with time. Built different from day one, ain't no switching me, ain't no switching me. No clean rewrite, no fresh start. This is how I breathe, this is how I breathe. Built different from day one, scars on my spine. I didn't become this overnight, I become this overnight. I was forged in the quiet, I was forged in the quiet, I was forged in the quiet, and I was forged in the quiet. Don't feet. I don't do polite cages, I don't do counterfeit. Built different from day one, and I'm still right here. If you can't handle it, keep your distance clear.
I wasn't shaped by classrooms of praise, wasn't raised by comfort or save days. I learned early how the cold feels real, how silence teaches you how to deal. They were formed by rules, by lines, by fear. I was forged where nothing felt clear. No handbook, no gentle hand, just pressure teaching me how to stand. They told me soften up, play it right. I learned strength don't need daylight. I didn't grow inside their frame. I broke out burning with my name. Every scar put steel in my spine, every loss sharpened my design. I wasn't made to look acceptable, I was made to be unbreakable. Yeah, this ain't refinement, this is fire and weight. You don't come out polished when you're built this way. I was forged, not formed by heat and strain, not raised by approval, raised by pain. I was forged, not formed, no clean edges here. I didn't come out perfect, I came out severe. I don't relate to comfort stories, I don't romanticize false glory. I trust what lasts when the lights go out, what stays standing when there's no crowd. I've seen men crumble chasing these, trading backbone for a little peace. I chose a hard road early on, that's why I'm still this strong. I got that dark country fire inside, that outlaw hum that won't subside. Headlights low on empty ground, just engine noise and a steady sound. I don't chase healing that erases me, I heal by accepting what made me. I don't need to soften who I am, I survive because of this. They call it rough, I call it real. You don't survive pressure without learning still. I was forged, not formed by heat and strain, not raised by approval, raised by pain. I was forged, not formed, no clean edges here. I didn't come out perfect, I came out severe. Yeah, I don't do gentle lies or polished truths, I don't pretend scars didn't bruise. You get shaped when life treats you fair, you get forged when nobody cares. I don't flex pain, I don't glorify hell, I just know what it took to stand this well. They want stories neat, easy to sell, I give them truth raw as a nail. Pressure didn't break me, it focused me. Pain didn't ruin me, it coated me. I don't fit molds cause I melted them down, built my spine where others drown. I've watched people soften till they vanish, till nothing real about them stands. They smooth every edge just to belong, then wonder why life feels wrong. That path never tempted me. I'd rather be sharp and free. I don't need to be like to breathe, I need to be me. So if I seem heavy that certain way, that's years of pressure concentrate. I don't explain myself anymore. I survive things you can't ignore. I was built when the lights went out, when no one clapped, when no one vowed. I didn't bend, I didn't conform, I endure, and that's how I'm formed. No reset, no disguise. This is what lived after the fire died. I was forged, not formed by heat and strain, not raised by approval, raised by pain. I was forged, not formed, still standing clear. I didn't come out gentle, I came out here. I was forged, not formed, don't ask me to bend. If comfort's the goal, I'm not your friend. I was forged, not formed, and I'm still intact. If life wanted me soft, it picked the wrong man.
Stand before I learned names, before I learned smiles, before I learned games. Trust came late, if it came at all. I watched it crack every time it was called. They shook hands easy, I watched real close. Saw how quick loyalty decomposed. So I kept my distance, stayed sharp, stayed set. I learned early what not to expect. They grew up believing words meant truth. I grew up watching actions move. I didn't inherit faith in men, I inherited reasons to question them. I didn't start cold, I adapted fast. You get like this when patterns last. I learned to plant my feet real firm before I learned who deserved concern. Yeah, I don't open quick, I don't fold easy. Trust is expensive when you pay before. I learned to stand before I learned to trust. Had to hold my own when things got rough. I don't lean heavy on promises, I lean on what survives the dust. I learned to stand before I learned to trust. Before I let anybody in, I didn't shut the world out. I build myself first. I don't confuse kindness with weakness. I don't confuse noise with allegiance. I seen loyalty change lanes soon as pressure rearranges. So I don't rush bonds, don't rush time. I don't gamble truth on pretty lies. If you're here, it's earned in time, not declared online. I got that dark country weight in my chest, that outlaw pulse and a careful step. Headlights long on empty road, just me, my code, and what I know. I don't need crowds to feel secure, I don't need approval to feel sure. I trust myself when nights go long, that's where I learn to stay strong. They call it guarded, I call it wise. You don't survive storms with open sides. I learned to stand before I learned to trust. Had to hold my own when things got rough. I don't lean heavy on promises, I lean on what survives the dust. I learned to stand before I learned to trust.
trust proven. I trust time, not movements. I've seen worse come dressed real nice then vanish at the first real price. I don't burn bridges for attention, I let them rot from bad intentions. You want blind faith, want loyalty loud, I want consistency with nobody around. I learned to stand when nobody stayed, learned to breathe when help was late. So if I move slow, letting you close, it's cause I remember how this goes. I watched people hand their spine away just to say they weren't alone. I chose solitude with structure, chose being solid on my own. I don't regret the nights I stood silent, learning how to carry weight. Those nights build something permanent, something trust can't imitate. So if I don't open up easy now, that's not damage, that's design. I know exactly what I can give and exactly what's mine. I don't fear connection, I fear collapse, I fear trusting what won't last. I learn to stand with nobody there, that's why I'm careful who I share. No shortcuts, no disguise. Strength came first, trust came later. I learned to stand before I learned to trust, and that saved my life. I don't gamble my foundation on words that sound right. I learned to stand before I learned to trust, and I do it again. I wasn't built by leaning on people, I was built by standing. I learned to stand before I learned to trust, and I'm still upright. If trust costs your balance, it's too high a price. I learned to stand before I learned to trust, that's how I endure. I didn't lose my heart, I learned how to secure it.
Never felt a pull to follow crowds, never trust the noise just cause it's loud. I watch people lean just to feel safe. I learned early how to keep my place. They moved in numbers, I moved in thought. They chased comfort, I chased what's not. I wasn't lonely, I was aware. There's a difference most won't dare. I saw how fast alliances change, how loyalty bends when pressure's strange. So I learned to rely on my own spine, build discipline one night at a time. I don't fear silence, I don't fear space. I fear losing myself in somebody else's pace. I didn't drift away by accident, I step back with intent. Yeah, I don't isolate from damage, yeah, isolate from dilution. Some strength comes from distance, not inclusion. I was built to walk alone, not cause I hate people, cause I know I trust my steps when roads get thin. I don't need a hand to stand. I was built to walk alone, that's where I found my name. I didn't lose a crowd, I don't chase bonds and need performance, I don't fake one for importance. I've seen what forced connection costs, seen men disappear and get lost. So I keep my circle heavy and few, real weight, real truth. If you're walking with me now, you earn that ground. I got that dark country calm in my chest, that outlaw breath that never rests. Headlights steady through empty land, just me, my code, and a steady hand. I don't fear nights without a voice, I learned solitude is a choice. And every mile I walked alone taught me how to last. They call it distant, call it strong. You don't build this kind of footing by leaning wrong. I was built
not wired for dependency. I stand solid when it's quiet, that's my frequency. I was built to walk alone, and I don't apologize. If connection caused my backbone, I'll pass every time. I'll pass every time.
Yeah. I don't ghost people, I step back when patterns show me where they're at. I don't cling to what feels familiar, I cling to what stays similar under pressure. They need crowds to feel secure, I need silence to stay pure. I don't hate people, I hate masks. I hate the lie that closeness lasts. I've been alone enough to trust it, been quiet enough to adjust it. I don't fear walking solo now, I fear forgetting how. I watch men lose their backbone just to avoid being alone. They traded peace for company, then wonder why they couldn't breathe. That life never tempted me, I'd rather be whole and free. I don't need approval to move ahead, I move because I'm grounded. So if I don't reach out first, it's not damage, that's discernment. I know exactly what I can give and what I won't surrender. I don't need saving, don't need repair. I built myself when no one was there. I was shaped by miles of silence, that's why I'm steady, no echo, no disguise. Just one set of footprints that don't lie. I was built to walk alone, and it kept me alive.